Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see everyone here. Good afternoon. Hello, my name is Shelley Bauer. I'm the Director of Music here at Harlem School of the Arts. It's such a great, wonderful celebration of International Jazz Day, and I just want to talk a little bit about the historical context of Harlem School of the Arts. This wonderful establishment actually was the brainchild of Dorothy Maynor. Over 62 years ago, she imagined what audaciously actually, about making a school that was in our community, accessible to the kids in Harlem. Like, why should kids have to travel downtown to receive a quality music education? Since then, we've expanded, of course. Yes, it's music, but it's gone on to the other arts. Today, you'll see some of our dancers. So we have a wonderful dance program. We also have a wonderful visual arts program. And say no more also about our drama program, musical theater. So it's an amazing place for me to work. I did write a script out. I know it makes my fellow colleagues nervous when I go off script, but unfortunately, in order for me to feel warm and connected to my audience, sometimes I have to start without just going right off the script, or it comes off very cold and calculated. But I do want to make sure that I do mention a few things. Last year, we launched the Dizzy Gillespie Jazz Academy here at Harlem School of the Arts. One of the initiatives was to create a soundscape of distinguishing between the three jazz bands. Last year, our 2025 Big Band Summer Intensive was our first event/program that demonstrated the direction we were taking. Legendary artists, members from the Roy Hargrove Big Band, worked with our students for an entire week. Over 20 students participated, which culminated in the students presenting quite a stimulating. So with that initiative, because Dizzy Gillespie was known for big band, it was really great to have the big band experience here during the summer for our summer intensive. But without further ado, there's one other thing I would like to say. Many times dreaming big can be daunting, to say it out loud, but I think it's very important for our young people and for all of us adults too, if you have a dream, is to understand that in certain circles, people may not understand your dream or they can't visualize it, but understand that it's crystal clear to you, and that you have to be brave enough to keep voicing that, not only to yourself, but at least to one or two other people. And then, you expand out, and some people will doubt you. Some people will actually say, what are you talking about? I just want to say that, for Dorothy Maynor, a black woman in the 1960s, raising $2 million, that would have been told, nobody, I'm sure when she was creating this school, there were a lot of people saying, why would you bother doing that? We already have such great schools here. Who do you think you are? And I think that holding on to dreams that seem impossible, or to speak out loud what it is your truth is or what it is your goal is very important. You may not achieve that at 20. You may achieve that at 13. You may achieve that, at 80, right? So Georgia O'Keeffe didn't become a painter, famous painter, until she was in her 80s. And I know I'm getting emotional. I know it's a little long-winded, but I just think that that's the epitome of what it is that we're trying to instill in our kids, to be brave enough to have a crystal clear dream, and that at some point, I really do believe that anybody that keeps on believing in their dream, they're gonna find a way to make it manifest. And it's very important that we believe that and stay true to that. And without further ado, I would like to, thank you. I would like to introduce Dr. E to the stage, who my partner here in creating this whole event. We have a few of us that did it, but I'd like to bring Dr. E, Eli Yeaman. Please give a round of applause for him.
All right. Good afternoon. We are so excited for We Got That Swing. Can y'all say it? We got that swing. We're amplifying and elevating youth participation in jazz, uptown, and the Bronx. Yes. And we are so, so grateful to be here at Harlem School of the Arts. This is our 4th year presenting this event at Harlem School of the Arts. I am from another nonprofit organization that's based uptown. We're based in Inwood called Jazz Power Initiative. Yes, indeed. And Jazz Power Initiative was founded in 2003 to transform lives through jazz arts education and performance. We have community concerts, collaborations like this, and we also have a youth education program that centers the voice in combination with theater and dance for a holistic immersion in jazz. So if you'd like more information about our programs, you can get them at the information table. But today, we're centering African American and Latin American music as the standard of excellence and aspiration for young artists and artists of all ages. We're bringing together musicians from older generations to mentor our youth and spend time with them and to show them the glory that dwells within them and to give them some practical tips on how to make it happen. So we've got some amazing youth groups performing, and you're going to meet them one by one. But we also have a third producing partner this year with We Got That Swing, and that is the National Jazz Museum in Harlem. They're located, well, you're going to find out in a minute, yeah. We're so excited to welcome the National Jazz Museum to help us put together the program today. And in a moment, you'll meet a representative from the museum. But I want to tell you that this morning, our young people from the different participating ensembles, so that was Harlem School of the Arts Jazz Band, Harlem School of the Arts Dancers, the Upbeat NYC Afro-Latin Ensemble, the All-City High School Latin Ensemble. They were all here this morning and got some great workshops. Was it good workshops, y'all? Yeah, was it good? Za from Jazz Power got a vocal workshop, an introduction to salsa singing, and we're gonna have an incredible finale at the end of this show. So each group, youth group, is gonna perform, and then we'll have the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. We wanna thank lead support from the West Harlem Development Corporation. But right now, from National Jazz Museum in Harlem, please welcome Sekou McMiller.
How y'all doing? I'm just a little bit taller. So I'll make it really quick. My name is Sekou McMiller. I'm a curator and producer at the National Jazz Museum in Harlem. We are located on Lenox and 129th. And we're so happy to join as a producing partner for this event. It's so important to us, and it falls within our mission of sharing the jazz in Harlem experience with the Harlem Nights and the world abroad, and also bringing together our communities, both our Black and Brown communities, and celebrating the fruits that have come from the many times when they've come together in jazz and beyond. And so it's very important to us, but I'll keep it very short. We do have programming at the museum where we offer free jazz programming to the public, but also to students. And this year we are breaking a record of the number of students that will be visiting the museum. I asked for that number, but I didn't get it. But yeah, it's a huge number, and we hope that you guys will come out and be with us. And so without further ado, I'm introducing the new first one. So we're going to start with the HSA Dance Department under the direction of Leland Sims up here, if you can see him here. And with choreography by Jude Evans. Yes.
All right, all right. Give it up for the Harlem School of Arts Dance. Yes, indeed. So, Shelly, are you coming up with me? Where's Shelly? Oh, okay, there she is. Okay, well, once again, are we all set up for the next group? We're good? Oh, okay, so fantastic. Shelly, do you want to introduce the next group? But before we do that, let me just ask you why, this We Got That Swing is being recorded. And then it's going to be streamed on International Jazz Day. So you mentioned Intergenerational Jazz Day. Do you want to say anything more about that? Or?
I'll say more a little bit later. Yeah, I have that plan to say more about that. But I would like to, really give a big, I want all the advanced jazz band students to look over here. I'm very proud of you. Where you come from last year to this year is amazing. So one of the things that you really want to establish in young people is that it comes from them and not from us. And, I'm hearing about them going after school and on weekends and listening to jazz, live jazz, going to hear professionals play. They're talking throughout the week about this player or that player and what they did, and actually getting nervous to come up and figure out what they're going to do. They're improvising, they're living, eating, and breathing the music. So much so that, at this point in time, it's like I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to play. And I really want to credit Malik's hard work. He's done a great job with the jazz band. And I'm very, very proud of you. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Malik Hermans up to the stage. He is our advanced jazz band director.
Thank you, Shelley. Hello, everybody. We're going to keep this brief because we have a lot of music to play for you. So I'm going to invite the band up right now. Come on up. While they're sort of getting settled and getting ready for our first tune, I'm going to introduce them to you. So we've got Lila Hone here on the double bass. We've got Luca Ochoa on the alto saxophone. Andrew Lazo on the tenor saxophone. Adam Brasley on the trumpet. Asada Thomas on the trombone. We have a friend that's joining us today because we like to have friends join us. That's what life is all about. So Aiden Aberk on the alto saxophone. Got Fabian Gonzalez on the piano. Ethan Jonty on percussion and drums. Levi Claude Blunt on percussion and drums. And we have a very, very, very special guest joining us today who, without whom this band would look different. Has had an incredible impact, not only on the members of the band. There are a number of the members of the band that have studied with him for, some of them for a long, long time. And so we're grateful to him for that stewardship and for bringing those students up, and they're just some of our best students. And he's also an incredible supporter of the band. He's always there when we play, and he's always there to offer advice and to help out. And he's our resident percussion expert, Babadan Babatunde. right. So on our tour of Latin jazz fusion, we have one more for you here. This is by the great Ray Barretto. And this one is called Song for Chano, honoring the great Chano Pozo, of course, who was also pivotal in bringing jazz and Latin music together early on. So Song for Chano.
How about it? All right, all right. All right, all right. All right, all right. Yeah, let's give it up for Malik Herman's Harlem School of the Arts Jazz Band. Woo! Malik Herman's and the Harlem School of the Arts Jazz Band. We're celebrating International Jazz Day live in Harlem Jazz Power Initiative, Harlem School of the Arts National Jazz Museum in Harlem, celebrating our young people playing jazz. Come on. We are still looking for a school in Harlem with a jazz band. If you know of a school in Harlem with a jazz band that would like to be part of this event next year, please put them in touch with me. I'll give you my email address, eli@jazzpower.org. Okay? It is so important that we have the young people uptown playing jazz because this is where the music was born, right? Right? So we need to tell our elected officials, we need to talk to our school representatives. If there's any school leaders here, teachers here in Harlem, Washington Heights, we are looking to build momentum, more jazz music in the schools uptown. So please, if you know folks that are of influence, let's get together, let's make this happen. And that's what this day is about. We Got That Swing, showing what these wonderful young people can do with this music, which after all is their inheritance. You dig? Okay, right now we have a new participating ensemble with We Got That Swing, and they are from the Bronx. Give it up for the Bronx. The Upbeat NYC Afro-Latin Jazz Ensemble is a South Bronx community music center offering free music education to students of all backgrounds. Guided by professional musicians, students grow from beginners to ensemble performers while exploring diverse traditions. More than a program, Upbeat provides a supportive space where young people build confidence, creativity, and community. And I would like to introduce their directors, Mr. Julian and Mr. John Austria.
Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Thank you so much for listening. We're the Upbeat Afro-Latin Jazz Ensemble. It's been an honor to co-direct this young, burgeoning ensemble together with John Austria and Jovan Johnson, who's not here today. But so honored to be part of this event. I want to introduce the band real quick. Let me get everybody's last names. We got some new members. So on this compact horn section right now, we have Wesley Sanchez, Beverly Carmona. We have Jesus. We have two Jesuses, so I gotta remember. We call him the Jesai, right? Jesus number one, Jesus Rodriguez, he's our vet. And then our newer addition is Jesus Perez on alto saxophone. We have Neil Alagnon on tenor saxophone. And our newest member, Joseph Santiago on trumpet. So this is a mismatch of all kinds of experience levels, ages, as you can see. And we all come together because that's what Upbeat is about keeping community first and bringing up the youth of the South Bronx. And we have a magnificent rhythm section comprised by Isaac Rosas on drums, Ronnie Dianiso on timbales, Christian Fernandez on congas, and then Audrey Tapai on piano, and last but not least, we have Berenice Rosas on bass. Our first number that you heard is a composition by Chucho Valdez, Calzada del Cerro, originally recorded by Iraquere. Our next song and our final song is Sunny Ray by Harlem native Ray Santos. So we hope you enjoy this next number called Sunny Ray.
Great. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you? Having fun, right? I know, we got that swing. I'm Arlene Rodriguez Martinez, Senior Program Manager with Jazz Power Initiative. Thank you so much for coming. As I mentioned, we are in We Got That Swing, celebrating jazz and Latin jazz and the folks that are keeping this amazing genre on the table. From the new generation all the way to the older generations that have decades on swing in this amazing genre. Jazz Power Initiative is a nonprofit, uptown based with mission of transforming lives through jazz. And we do so through two main avenues, which is arts education and community performances like this one. I have great news regarding arts education. We have now open auditions for 5th to 10th graders who want to learn how to sing and act and move, supported by the wonderful genre of jazz. We have here our students, so you're gonna hear in a little bit. But before that, I also want you to invite you to take a look at our table in the front, where you have information from all our wonderful partners here today that also are working tirelessly to have this wonderful genre still swinging. So pass by, see some information from Harlem School of the Arts, All City High School Latin Ensemble, Upbeat, New York City Afro-Latin Ensemble, and of course, National Jazz Museum in Harlem, who are co-producers and also have amazing encounters that you can enjoy. And we also have CDs of Souljo, so please pass by, you're gonna love it. We have amazing still programming coming up, which includes Ensemble, Jazz Power Initiative's Advanced Youth Performance Group, featuring 8 to 10 young artists, ages 11 to 18, who train weekly with Dr. Eli Jamin and JPI faculty and guest artists while developing professional skills in voice, theater, and movement. They perform regularly and record with leading jazz musicians at major New York City venues, including Dizzy's Club, the National Jazz Museum in Harlem, and United Palace. Representing the uptown community of Washington Heights, Harlem, and Inwood, some members serve as young ambassadors of jazz and emerging leaders in the arts. So please, a big round of applause for Ensemble.
We could share. Have you time to spare? So please take a chance and don't shun romance. Never think that I would tie you down. So be discreet. You know I only meant well. I repeat, this is strictly confidential unless you find you're feeling sentimental too. I hope you do.
Za. How about it for Za? All right. We could invite a couple members of the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra to come join us on this next one. I want to tell you about our pianist. He is from Washington Heights, currently a senior at Columbia University, Maki Nyanto. Very proud of these young people. They are in either our middle school workshop or our high school workshop. Some of them started in middle school, then continued on. And usually our middle school kids, once they get into high school, they don't have time for jazz power. But that's not true anymore. We have a bunch of high schoolers who's sticking with us, and we're happy to have them. So we created a whole high school track for them. Yeah. So they do the middle school workshop or the high school workshop, and then they do another additional rehearsal to learn this material for you. And they have a series of performances this spring, so we're very excited about what's coming up. This next song is by Don Pullen, and we're going to be joined by some of the members, the professional artists of the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra, which is coming up soon. And the name of the song is Listen to the People.
jumping. Every hip start really dug, but soon to hit time. Play it on. Finding that no, nobody wrote, pulling up down. Like he made on. OP, pulled a mean street, down and dizzy. Played a hip thing, Mom was thumping. Suddenly it walked, but, and then they got into something. Dizzy, he was screaming next to OB, who was beaming. Mom was thumping. Suddenly it walked, but, and then they got into something. Bias, blue and mean socks, Mr. Max Roach, beat a mean ass. Mom was thumping. Suddenly it walked, but, and everything started jumping. Every hip started really dug, but soon to hit time. Play it on. Finding that no, nobody wrote, pulling up down. Like he made on. OP, pulled a mean string, down and dizzy. Played a hip thing, Mom was thumping. Suddenly it walked, but, and then they got into something.
Something about that song, doing it here in Harlem, is extra special, right? Did you hear all the names? What names did you hear? Call them out. Dizzy. Who's Dizzy? Who? About to say the last name. Dizzy. And what did he play? Come on, children. What did Dizzy Gillespie play? Who else did you hear from? Max Roach. What did he play? What did he play? Okay, who else did you hear from? Huh? There was no Miles in this one. Although we know what you're talking about. Did anybody hear OP? OP. Who's that, y'all?
Oscar Pettiford.
All right, Riley. Go ahead, tell him. Who's OP?
Oscar Pettiford.
Oscar Pettiford. Everybody say it. All right. And who wrote the song? Who wrote the song? Say it loud.
Thelonious Monk. Thelonious Monk.
All right. And who's his friend? In walked Bud. Who's that? Bud what? What's his name? And what did he play? Piano. All right. Give it up for Za. All right. Maki at the piano. There's another person I want to thank is he's our choreographer. He is my co-teacher with Za. He's our senior theater teacher at Jazz Power Initiative, Mr. Keno Onyejekwe. Thank you, Mr. O. Thank you, Mr. O. That's for you. Thank you. All right, one more song for y'all, and it's by Sly Stone. I think you might know it.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my soul. The butcher, the banker, the drummer in them makes no difference what group I'm in. I You love me, you hate me, you know me in there. Makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a blue one that won't accept the green one, for living with a fat one, trying to be the skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, sha sha. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a long hair that won't accept the short hair for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. It's Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, sha sha. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. It's Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, sha sha. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah.
How about it for Zio, Gigi, Riley, Amelia, Chi-Chi, Leilani, Callie, Za Ensemble. Thank you. I want you to know their senior voice teacher is the great Newark resident, but Harlem, becoming a very Harlem celebrity, Miss Antoinette Montague. Senior voice teacher, Jazz Power Initiative. Right now we have the All-City High School Latin Ensemble coming up. It's going to take a minute just to get them on stage. They are from all over the city, near and far, and they really represent the creme de la creme of our student ensembles in terms of instrumental advancement. And it's a great program that is run by the New York City Board of Education. And they are led by Alberto Toro. That's Alberto, who is a tremendous teacher and a performer himself. So that'll just take a moment, and we'll be back with the All-City High School Latin Ensemble. Let's give it up for all the performers today so far. Harlem School of the Arts dancers, Harlem School of the Arts Jazz Ensemble directed by Malik Hermans. We also heard from Upbeat NYC Latin Ensemble, and we heard from Za. This is Deanna Valk, our production coordinator. Give it up. We have Don on the board. We thank you so much. Don Holder, there he is. He's also taking care of the video. We will be streaming this on International Jazz Day, April 30th. This is our 4th annual We Got That Swing presentation, a collaboration of Harlem School of the Arts, Jazz Power Initiative, and the National Jazz Museum in Harlem. Shelley, did you have a word you wanted to add? You're here. This is Shelley Bauer. She is the Director of Music, Harlem School of the Arts. We'd like to thank our lead funder is the West Harlem Development Corporation. Thank you. West Harlem Development Corporation. Give it up for them. Joanne, thank you. We so appreciate your support. We need to support the arts for youth. We need to support the arts in Harlem. As you know, everybody's here knows, because you know Dizzy Gillespie, you know Max Roach, you know Duke Ellington and Mary Lou Williams. These people lived here, they worked here, they created music here that is loved all over the world. And it is so essential that we share this music with our young people so that they understand it is their inheritance. And that's what We Got That Swing is all about. And we got to get busy. So we've got a few tunes from All City High School Latin Ensemble, followed by our featured artist today, which is the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra. So hold on to your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. Hi, my name is Alberto Toro. I'm the principal conductor for the Old City High School Latin Ensemble that started in 2018 in New York City. We started the ensemble, the Office of the Arts finally decided that we needed a Latin ensemble in New York City, and a style of music that was born right here in New York City, the Palladium era, with the bands like Tito Puente, Machito, Tito Rodriguez. And we also play some modern salsa and even some bomba and plena from Puerto Rico. We're gonna play 3 songs for you today. Also, before we start, I wanna acknowledge that I am the principal conductor, but this is a group effort. We also have, as directors in the ensemble, Mr. Stephen Oquendo, who's and also Mr. Fernando Garcia on drums, who's the percussion specialist. And we're missing one of the conductors, Mr. Willie Hakim, who's an incredible educator also. He's not here today, but give it up for him. We have a smaller group today. We usually have a full big band of almost 30 students, but one of the high schools that represents this part of the ensemble. This is a program that we do on Saturdays at Brooklyn High School for the Arts. We run the All City Jazz Ensemble in the morning, and then some of these kids stay there the whole day, and they stay for the All City Latin Ensemble from 1 to 4:30 p.m. So give it up for this. A lot of them stay from 8 o'clock in the morning all the way to 4:30 doing music. And we usually have a full big band, but one of the high schools is performing today in Boston. And they're part of the Susan Wagner High School from Staten Island. They're going to be doing the Essentially Ellington, so they're doing some competitions in Boston. So we're missing our percussion section and some other members of the band. But fortunately, we have the members of the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra that are going to be accompanying the students today. All right, so we're going to kick it off with another Ray Santos tune. This is Azulito. Sorry, everyone. Let me get my notes here. Get a better for. Gee, where are you? Gabriel Ortiz, first solo. Tenor sax, stand up, Gabriel. Cole Burnett on trombone, stand up, Cole. Django Galpin on trumpet. Dean Sagafi on baritone sax. Nelson Mateo González on timbales. Carly Maldonado on conga. Mr. Jose Clausel on bongo. We're gonna bring our vocalist. Celia Cruz Medley. Celia Cruz Medley. Coro. So we're taking a little moment. Let me introduce the other members of the ensemble. On bass, Jackson Dolorico on bass. On piano, Antonio Cruz. Today we have, he usually sometimes plays piano also, but today he's covering the trumpet part, Mr. Dylan Montes Flores. On alto saxophone, playing lead today, Essen Malik. Miss Jill Perazzo on saxophone, alto. I said already, Mr. Dean Sagafi on baritone sax. Megan Burke on tenor saxophone. Jonathan McClellan on tenor sax. And Gabriel Ortiz again on tenor sax. Give it up for, I said Cole Burnett before, took the solo. Mr. Gabriel Raft on trombone. And Raya Verholtworth on trombone. Django Gelfen and Melinda Paredes. Hannah, give it up for our vocalist, Hannah Burgos on vocals.
Caramelo, 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 quiero oír. Caramelo.
Give it up for Hannah Burgess and vocals. Just a quick reminder. I've been trying to recruit students every time I see them play here. So what a wonderful thing to do this, and just to let the students in the public school system, if you're in high school, you're eligible to audition. We have auditions coming up in June. We rehearse on Saturdays from 12:30 to 4:30. So if any students in the public school and you want to learn how to play percussion and congas and you know how to play ensemble like this and section playing, I mean, we have some of the most incredible musicians in the group. Mr. Oquendo, Stephen Oquendo is one of the directors, and Mr. Garcia, who's been doing an incredible job, and Mr. Hakeem, myself. We really work together to make sure that these kids sound like this. So if there are any students in high school and you want to learn how to sing, or you want to learn how to play congas, bongo, we have a collaboration with Arturo Farrell. So we have clinicians that come and work with us, like Carly Maldonado works with the students. Juan Galacunza, Ivan Renta, the list goes on and on of great musicians that come in and work with the students one-on-one, and they do sectionals and all that. So this is a team effort. This is a collaboration, and it's community. So I feel the passion, and the person, when you spoke, I feel the same way. I get very passionate and emotional about passing on this legacy, because if we don't do this, we have a responsibility. Each one of these professional musicians that is here has a responsibility to pass this on. If we don't do this, it's gonna fade away. So we have to pass it on. It's important that we do that and be also musicians and artists. But I heard Jose Clausel talking to the students before he was tuning the bongos of one of the students that got a new instrument, telling him how he has to know the history. You cannot have a tree without roots. So you have to listen to the old musicians that did it in the past. You have to become a historian. You have to be a kind person, humble, and you have to work hard, and you have to practice. And I get it when you say about the goals that, I started playing flute. I picked up the saxophone after I graduated college. So it took a while. It was a learning curve. I could have easily said, forget this, but it's that passion that we have in us that keeps us working hard, and then it might happen when you're in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s. So, but if you have the drive and you have the passion of working hard and you have that consistency, you'll get there. So we're gonna finish with arrangement by Ricky Gonzalez. This was in the Jose Alberto El Canario album, big band album that he did. It's this Negro Yanyamboro. It was recorded by Machito. So this is a different arrangement, but this is for you. We're gonna feature Hannah again on Negro Yanyamboro.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for All City Latin Ensemble? Director Alberto Bolo. Stand up, everybody. Stand up. Take a bow. Stand up. Stand up. Take a bow. Take a bow. Yeah, All City High School Latin Ensemble. All right. I've been getting so many comments today from people just blown away by our young people. So keep it up, y'all. Look at the joy you're bringing. Look at the joy. You did that. You took a hold of this great Latin jazz tradition and you made a lot of people happy today. And that is no small feat. All right, so we are going to now transition to our next band and the feature band of the afternoon. Shelley, do you have part of the introduction? Or? No, this is the band. This is the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra.
Okay, our featured artist of the day is Stephen Oquendo from Latin Jazz Orchestra. It is a dynamic 19-piece ensemble at the forefront of contemporary Latin jazz, founded in 2009 by trumpeter, bandleader, and educator Stephen Oquendo. Give it up. I don't hear you. Okay. The orchestra reflects his deep roots in New York City's jazz and Afro-Caribbean music traditions. A graduate of LaGuardia High School and an award-winning soloist recognized by Wynton Marsalis. Oquendo has performed and recorded with a wide range of artists spanning jazz, salsa, and popular music. And I will let my colleague continue the praises of this individual.
Thank you, Shelley. Sojo's repertoire honors the legacy of Afro-Cuban, Mambo, and Palladium era classics while reimagining them through bold contemporary arrangements. Known for its sophisticated use of harmony, layered rhythms, and adventurous improvisation, the orchestra brings a fresh perspective to the genre. Comprised of elite, seasoned musicians, Sojo delivers high-energy performances that both celebrate tradition and push Latin jazz forward, engaging diverse audiences and ensuring the music's continued evolution. I met Stephen Oquendo about 20 years ago when I was the founding director of the Jazz at Lincoln Center Middle School Jazz Academy. And my goal as a director there was to give as much authentic repertoire to our young people as possible, and I was able to commission Stephen for some arrangements, and he arranged some Latin jazz for us. Since then, we've been partners in many presentations of his orchestra at our Jazz Power Festival in Inwood, two times, I believe, three times we presented the orchestra, and 3 commissions for new work from Stephen, who is a very gifted writer as well as extraordinary trumpeter and band leader. So you're about to hear the creme de la creme de la creme of New York City Latin jazz, and we're so happy to have them here today. The orchestra will be joined by dancers Sekou McMiller and Kimberly Flores. McMiller is an internationally acclaimed dancer, choreographer, and cultural ambassador known for his dynamic fusion of Afro-Latin, jazz, and modern dance traditions. His project, Sekou McMiller and Friends, brings together a rotating collective of world-class dancers and musicians creating vibrant, interdisciplinary performances rooted in rhythm, history, and social connection. Through his work, McMiller celebrates the global legacy of Black and Latin jazz and Latin dance while pushing its contemporary expressions forward. So you can see that this is going to be a great collaboration. Sekou McMiller and Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra.
Test 1, 2. Can everybody hear me? How you doing? How's everybody doing? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ina. I hear your voice. I hear that voice. I am honored to be back at Harlem School of the Arts. This is like a home for me. I was a student here in the 90s. I was part of the jazz band. I was also a teacher here in around 2004, 2003, around that time. For about 4 years, I had the great Matthew Whitaker with me as a young student. To see this place look so different from the times that I was here, all the red carpet all over the place, sunken floor, big couch, look up to the stage. Additionally, not only was I a student, but was I a teacher in this room, but this band was actually formulated in this building. We were here for about a year before we performed a first performance. We have the great Mr. Pete Miranda, baritone sax, who's one of the original members of the band. Yes. And also the lady of the orchestra, Miss Julia Acosta, was also an original member of Sojo. Can't remember, Mr. Ian, what room, if he's around? I think it was in Mr. Ian's room that we started rehearsing. First rehearsal was here, but after that, religiously, I believe it was every Wednesday, we rehearsed for like 2 hours, 3 hours here. And it was you know, a passion project of me to have a big band and to continue this music. And it's not only a passion project to play it, but also to teach it to the next generation, right? And as you saw today with Mr. Toro and so many other great organizations, HSA, Uptown New York, Jazz Power Initiative, everybody represented. And this is, you know, this is something that we're very proud of. We got to pass this on, because if not, this music will fade away. We're starting to lose a lot of our legends. And it's crucial for us to continue this music, especially where it started, here in Harlem, you know? Latin jazz, Afro-Cuban music was all started here. Boogaloo music started right here in this neighborhood. Okay, so like I say, Latin, this music, Afro-Cuban music, is an extension of American music because it started here. So let's keep the traditions, all right? Thank you, guys. So that was a new song, an original called Just Another Cha-Cha-Cha, composed and arranged by Mr. Jose Madera, one of the greatest arrangers of this music. What should we do next? Let's do Cachita. Let's look at that. We're gonna do a Rafael Hernandez composition. Puerto Rican classical Cachita, arranged by the great Cuco Peña.
Óyeme cachita, tengo una rumbita pa' que tú la bailes como bailo yo. Muchacha bonita, mi linda cachita, la rumba caliente, mejor que un sol. Óyeme cachita, tengo una rumbita pa' que tú la bailes como bailo yo. Muchacha bonita, mi linda cachita, la rumba caliente, mejor que un sol. empieza a bailar.
Thank you.
All right, so I have to say something. This music was made for people to dance. So if anybody wants to get up and, you know, shake your tail feather, as they say, you are more than welcome to do so. On the sides, you know, get there and dance. This is music that's supposed to make you move. If we see you moving, it actually makes us play better. So, and I gotta give a shout out here. Now that we have a little bit of a moment, I wouldn't have even been a teacher in here if not for a gentleman that used to be the head of the jazz department here, Mr. Kevin Bell, who's here. Mr. Bell, give it up. Yeah, Mr. Bell. And I wouldn't be a musician, a decent musician, if not for my high school band teacher, Mr. Bob Stewart is in the house. Yes, he is. He just had a birthday. We did a week celebration of music with him. So he's here. So one of the greatest educators and jazz tuba players in music.
coro, dice. Ah. De palo pa' rumba. Sing with me. Let me hear you. Maduro, no lo escucho.
De palo pa' rumba.
Un poquito maduro, por favor.
De palo pa' rumba.
Quiero escucharlo otra vez.
De palo pa' rumba.
Que la fiesta se encendió.
De palo pa' rumba.
De palo pa' rumba.
De palo pa' rumba.
Y así la gente lo disfruta.
De palo pa' rumba.
Mira, después de aquí voy a comer fruta.
Palo pa' rumba.
Palo, palo, palo. Palo, palo, palo.
Palo pa' rumba.
Ay, qué rico, mira qué palo.
Palo pa' rumba.
Yo me voy a pie caminando.
Palo pa' rumba.
Y Fernando me está mirando.
Palo pa' rumba.
Palo, palo, pa' rumba.
Palo pa' rumba.
Y la gente está cantando, dice que
Palo pa' rumba.
palo, palo, palo,
Palo pa' rumba.
palo, palo, palo.
Palo pa' rumba.
Con el Steven Oquendo en su latín ya estamos gozando.
Palo pa' rumba.
Leo Grúes te están cantando.
Palo pa' rumba.
Palo, palo, palito, palito.
Palo pa' rumba.
Palo, palo, pae.
Palo pa' rumba.
Todo el mundo bailando, tú ves.
Palo pa' rumba.
Ay, qué rico, qué bueno. ¡Epa! ¡Qué rico y la gente lo disfruta! Bailando, bailando y la gente gozando. Esta fiesta con todo el mundo está acabando. Palo, 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 Qué bonito cantar con ustedes. De palo pa' rumba. Yo no sé lo que tiene. Tremendo palo.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra. Everybody, take them out, shall we? Ladies, Stephen Oquendo Latin Jazz Orchestra, Soul Joe, Sekou Miller, Miss Flores, Sekou Miller, Miss Flores, Soul Joe. We got that swing. We got that swing. Can y'all say it? All right. We've got one more song, and this is going to be the grand finale of all finales. We're bringing all the young people up now, all the participants from Jazz Power, from the Harlem School of the Arts, from Upbeat, NYC, from All City High School Latin. We invite you all to come on up as the technicians reset the stage and they join Soul Joe. And this is the culmination of our intergenerational, international Jazz Day celebration at Harlem School of the Arts, April 18, 2026, which will be streamed on International Jazz Day on April 30th, 2026. Oh my God, that was amazing. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Stewart is in the house. Give it up for Bob Stewart. Great tuba innovator, educator, and a mentor to many of us, including me, including Stephen Oquendo, and probably others here in the room. And Bob, you just celebrated your 81st birthday. We're very honored that Bob will be our guest artist this summer at the Jazz Power Institute. Can you do that? Because, hold on, let me finish what I was saying, then so Bob Stewart is going to be the guest artist at our Jazz Power Institute for Artists and Educators this summer, July 8th and 9th. So if you are a teacher, or if you know a teacher, or you're an artist who is teaching in an after-school program or in-school residency, please do check jazzpower.org or send me an email, eli@jazzpower.org, to let me know you're interested. We'll get you registered. It's free to attend the Institute. We also have Craig Harris as our guest artist this summer. So they will be teaching, Bob and Craig, as well as our Jazz Power teachers, our senior vocal teacher, who is Antoinette Montague, and our senior theater teacher is Kenna Onyejikwe. All right, are we ready to bring students up? We ready to bring a student up? Deanna, how about on this side? Can we bring the instrumentalists in? Okay. Let's just bring them on in. Remember the configuration you were in this morning? I want to thank our partners, Harlem School of the Arts, and Shelley Bauer, our Director of Music, James Horton, the CEO, Leyland Simmons, the Dance Director, thank you. Malik Hermans, the Music Director, thank you. I want to thank the National Jazz Museum in Harlem for co-sponsoring this event, and Sekou McMiller and also Ryan Maloney, who wasn't able to attend today, but they were doing another event. It's a busy day. And we're so glad. We want to thank you for being part of this really special day. And all the great musicians. How about it for Mr. Alberto Toro, Director of the All City High School Latin Ensemble. A man who plays the flute, the saxophone, he sings. And he's going to do it all together. Who's the person? Donnie? Don Eaton is here. Baba Don. Thank you, Mr. Baba Don. Don Eaton. Percussion legend. Great to have you here. We also have Miss Annette A. Aguilar, great percussionist. Yes, indeed. She is a big part of our Jazz Power family, and we're going to be initiating with her organization, the Women in Latin Jazz Festival. We're collaborating to create a series in Ann Loftus Park, which is at Dyckman Street and Broadway. That's going to be Wednesdays in September. It's going to be called Swing, Salsa, and Samba. Yeah, that's coming up with Annette A. Aguilar. Somebody else we wanted to acknowledge? No, we got it, right? Once again, we want to thank all our sponsors, the West Harlem Development Corporation, and all of our sponsors for your support. And look at these wonderful young people getting ready to throw down. Are we ready? You are ready? Are we set up? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the finale, the grand finale. We Got That Swing. Oye, ¿cómo va?
como canto mi cha-cha-cha.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for We Got That Swing. Swing lives, swing lives, swing lives. Tito Puente, can you say it?